Welcome to Make Something with me, David Picciuto, and today we're going to build a lounge here in my office. If you've been following me, you know that we've been doing some office projects here the past couple weeks. We made a new desk over here. We made file cabinets. I put up a new wall. We got a new stone wall up here. We added a new window, and now I have space here to make a little lounge. The purpose of this lounge is so I can sit on it and play guitar while I'm recording here in my office. I also want to have the choice of being able to lay down on it as well. It's going to be about 6 feet long. The bed is going to be perfectly flat with an angled back, and we're going to make all the cushions for it. I'll probably purchase a pillow that I will throw on the end. I don't need a lot of storage, so I don't think it's going to have drawers or any compartments. I think we're just going to have it sit up on legs that we're going to turn on the lathe. So we need to make 3 stops to pick up supplies for this project. My friend Joanne has a fabric store here in town. Then my local plywood dealer has some walnut plywood that we're going to pick up, and then we're going to stop by Kencraft to pick up some walnut. Check it. What do you think, Eric?
Perfect.
It's not for everybody. I understand that, but I'm making a statement. I don't know what that statement
And that
is.
statement is, I have terrible taste. No, it's cool. I like it.
Actually, it's not that. It's that.
Ooh.
And we need 3 yards. We're already getting close to our budget just on this. Now that we got our fabric, we need to find our foam. I think I'm looking for 3-inch foam for the cushions. This, I think we can get it by the yard. So there's 3-inch foam, one for the bed and one for the back. Oh. Foam is expensive. Let's see if there's other options. Even that is $40. Thanks. That's $200 in foam. If at $50 a yard, and if I have 2 cushions for the bed and 2 cushions for the back, that's $200. That's gonna be more than the wood in the project. I can't do that. That's gonna blow me way out of budget. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do the back cushions. We'll just do the bed, cause dang, yikes. So that changes the scope of the project a little bit. Redesign. For now, we need 2 yards of the batting. We'll take this up to big cuts. Sticker shock. $185 for 2 pieces of foam, fabric, and the batting. Holy and we haven't even purchased the plywood or the wood for this yet. We would have been better off going to the Goodwill, buying a used couch and pulling the foam out of that. So now we're at Toledo Plywood. They have all kinds of plywood. They have maple and walnut and cherry and Baltic birch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, all good stuff here. So we're going to get a sheet of 4 foot by 8 foot walnuts, 3/4 inch. I can't fit it in my car, so I'm gonna have them cut it down the middle, and we can transport it back home to the shop that way.
This particular piece, though, it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. My favorite hardwood dealer, and that is Kencraft here in Toledo, Ohio. We're just gonna pick up a piece of 6-foot walnuts. We don't have the complete plans for this project yet, so we're not gonna get too much. We're just gonna kind of get what we might need, maybe. Nice and thick. So we're gonna go ahead and use that guy. Not making the back anymore, we had to do a redesign, and with this new design, we're not turning the legs anymore, but making them square. Whew. That soft top cuts through there like butter. That's 2 inches thick. For the base where the cushions are going to sit on, I'm going to reclaim this top. If you remember in last week's video, we made a desk and I took that old top and removed it. And we're going to reuse that top. You can see it's got coffee cup stains on there and some voids. We're actually going to use this side of it. It's not going to be seen because the cushions are going to sit on top of it. So we're being respectful to the walnuts. The line that we drew on here, I did not cut to the line on the bandsaw. I cut as close to the line as possible. I'm going to use a straight edge, which is this other piece here, clamp this down right on the line, and then we're going to use this router bit with the bearing, and the bearing is going to ride along the straight piece and clean up the not so straight. We got this iron-on edge banding. A little bit of glue, some pocket holes. So this is one of those times that I don't think the pocket holes are going to be strong enough for these legs, especially without stretchers. So what we're going to do is once we get all these legs attached, it's in there good, but that won't last forever. I'm gonna drill from the top and put a couple dowels in there to reinforce that joint. And hopefully that will be strong enough over time. If not, if I feel it start to wobble, I will run stretchers between the legs, probably right here, maybe even make them visible. But I wanna see if this will work. And also, I need to make one more leg for the center that we're gonna just pocket hole in there to keep it from sagging.
Always start your screw early.
Cool. The next thing we need to do is make the cushions for this lounge. Turns out furniture foam is crazy expensive. I've already blown my budget on this project. Who cares? I'm going to cut up 1/2-inch plywood to use as the bottom of this cushion. That way I have a way to wrap the upholstery around and staple it to the bottom since we're not going to sew today. What a stupid, dumb way to store plywood. So we got these two guys cut, and this will be the bottom of the cushion. Now, I know nothing about upholstery, but to keep them in place, I'm going to hot glue them there. Probably not necessary, but I just got a new glue gun, and why not use it, right? Have I mentioned I don't know what I'm doing? So I'm gonna fold the corners nice. And that'll give me a nice cushiony side. All right, there we go. time to add this awesome upholstery that everybody loves. You love that, don't you? And we'll just start stapling. I'm gonna fold it up like a Christmas present, and then we'll come down and we'll staple it. But I wanna remove this bulk here so it's not all a real upholsterer would clean this up, put a nice little piece along the bottom there to keep that nice and clean looking. I'm not sure that we are going to do that. All right, there's one. I'd like to take a minute to tell you about today's sponsor, and that is Arrow Fastener. You probably already have the iconic T50 in your shop, which was released in the 50s with over 50 million sold. I've had this one for about 10 years, and you've seen me use it in some of my videos. And now that I think about it, I've owned this tool longer than any other tool in my shop. I have partnered with Arrow Fastener for this lounge build, and they sent me this guy. This is the T50 PBN. It combines the T50 with a 5/8" brad nailer for a versatile professional tool. Made right here in the USA, chrome steel housing, jam resistant mechanism, powerful coil spring, and steel working parts. A classic rear load magazine and convenient staple viewing window complete this tool's list of impressive features. Ideal for general repairs, professional uses, insulation, light trim, and upholstery. They also sent me this GT300 hot glue gun. Check this guy out. I am really excited to start using this thing. 300-watt high-temp glue gun heats up fast, drip-resistant nozzle, and precision glue control. It's got a little adjustment knob back here, making it easy to place small dots or smooth lines with accuracy. This is a huge upgrade to my glue gun game. I'm really excited to start using this guy. To learn more about Arrow Fasteners and where you can purchase, visit arrowfastener.com. They've got a great website full of innovative tools for the professional and DIYers, and not to mention there's some great projects on there too. Let's finish this guy up. Here it is. I am super happy with it, even though we had to do a complete design change. If you recall from like 8 minutes ago, furniture supplies like foam and material, crazy expensive. We were gonna do an angled back over here, and I just didn't want to spend $200 in foam. We got rid of the back and just made the bed part. I'm okay with that. So I didn't make a footer or a header. It's just basically a flat bed. And so what I want to do in the future is have something that comes up, and there's maybe like a little landing on here that I could put a little reading lamp over here. And that sticks up, so the bed would have to move this way about a foot or so. And then maybe like a little shelf for decoration. I really don't need any more storage in here. And then over here, a lower little ledge. I don't know what would be, maybe for books or magazines can go on there with another little decorative shelf in there. If you have any ideas on what I can do with the head and the foot of this daybed, let me know in the comments down below, because I haven't designed that part yet. So I think the good thing about not putting the header and the footer on here yet is this makes it modular. So this is one piece, and I have time to sit and think about how I want that piece to look and how I want this piece to look. And in the future, I could actually change those out if I wanted to. That's the cool thing about being a maker, and the cool thing about being a woodworker is you can do whatever you want, especially if you do something modular like this. The height that I determined for this is not like a normal bed height. I wanted it so my legs would be, what do you call this? Perpendicular to the floor. So I am sitting perfectly straight like this, so I can play. Normally I would have an acoustic guitar in here, so I could play guitar in here, have a mic set up and record it on the computer over there. So this is kind of like a little resting area, a little reading area, a jam out area for me and my guitars. I need a place to put my drink. I would like to thank Arrow Fastener for supporting me and my channel. Please visit them at arrowfastener.com. They got all kinds of cool stuff. We use their stapler guns. They even have like pneumatic, is that how you say that, pneumatic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pneumatic if you want to be funky.
So they have a pneumatic, so you can hook it up to your air compressor and staple that way if you want. So that's an option I could use in the future for upholstery, which would make it, I think, a lot easier actually. But really excited to use my new glue gun. That thing is super awesome and crazy, and it heats up fast and spits out a nice bead. So visit Arrow Fastener at arrowfastener.com. That wraps it up. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. What are we making next week? I forgot to see what's on the schedule for next week. Anyway, tune in next week and you'll find out. Thank you, Eric, for helping me out the last couple days. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.